Welcome to the Windy City Bender Podcast with your hosts, Nolly, Poetzy, and Jarom.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Windy City Bender Podcast, episode number 41, the Jocelyn Thibault, one of my favorite goaltenders of all time.
And try all time.
Thank you very much. $100 goes to whoever can, that is not in this circle.
Don't lie to the fans.
Oh,
there's no circle. There's two of us in a room.
$20 if you can name my favorite goalie of all time.
Yeah, try of all time.
Try of all time.
Javi Bowling.
Nope.
Carey Price.
Nope. Stop guessing.
Atmore.
Nope. Oh man, that guy was crazy though.
Come on.
I love that
great
guy.
glove.
Jeff Hackett.
He's a psychopath. Great goatee too.
Fucking Eddie Belfour 2.0, but not as good.
But yeah, not good at all.
Yeah, no. But still psycho and goatee.
Yeah, but not good.
No.
All right.
And no cup.
Yeah.
Shout out Dice.
Yep. With us as usual is at Nolly the Broly.
Hey.
And at Zach Jarom.
How's it going, boys?
Yeah.
Piss off on
Do you
your
have
13.
20 at the end of yours?
No,
I didn't think so.
No.
No.
Because everybody knows Smoker is the best. I don't have to let them.
Yeah, you're right.
It's in my bio. It's in my bio.
It's a hot one. It's a hot one today there, friends.
Couple hot takes coming in.
Yeah.
Right out of the oven.
Well, yeah. I was talking about the the weather, but yeah, we got some hot takes too and some hot rumors. So, gonna start with recapping the awards since we haven't been on in about a week and a half or so. Nolly unfortunately ended up winning the awards pool.
Not only that,
he kicked ass at it,
but not only that,
but he also took the lead in the standings of Rollins, which I forgot to tell you guys. I went back and listened to some of our earlier podcasts. I won one that we didn't count. It was about Patrick Sharp.
Sick. You won one.
So we're tied.
Nah. Are we?
What was it?
Jarom, are we tied if I won that one?
What was it?
It was a Patrick Sharp one. I totally forgot about it.
Oh, well, you can't think of it, so you still can't count
I'll go back and
you gotta send us and tell us what episode.
My hair's not curly at all, actually.
So you're still ahead by... Oh, no. We would be tied.
No, it would be a tie, yeah.
Yeah. So...
I'm smoking them.
Anyway.
I am smoking them. Oh, my
It was
God.
a rough day. It's a rough day. Everybody has it. Even the Hawks fell out of first place at one point. Still won a cup.
Out of playoff contention, you mean?
Well... being an asshole now.
You started it.
Anyways, what were the final tallies on that, Jarom, for the
awards? Nolly.
Final tallies, I'm pretty
sure
it's Nolly by his landslide with the 5-0 record.
Well,
And that's all that matters. This is landslide, and you guys
A landslide.
because it's landslide.
Apparently 2 is a landslide now.
Yep.
I honestly, I can't.
I mean,
believe
out
Vasilevsky
of
didn't
that,
win.
no, out of that, it is a landslide. Considering 3 of those were no-brainers. Landslide.
Can't believe Vasilevsky didn't win. Rene should not have won it. Fuck off.
Yes, he should have.
No.
Okay, so going back, Norris Trophy, I obviously won that. Got it right. Victor Hedman, finally his year. I agree with it. I don't know if you guys agree with it, or you guys are still upset about Nick Dowdy, both of you.
No, I agree with
He's
it.
not upset anymore, I'll tell you that right now.
I literally, after we made our predictions, I went back and I looked at all the stats, and I was like, well, shit, I don't know why I didn't pick Hedman, because I didn't realize how fucking great of a year he had.
Yeah, I mean, that's his every year. He's a great D, and it was finally his time. It felt like this year was like the one year for everybody. It was like finally their time. Like Vezina, Rene, it was finally his time, to finally get one. Because going into the next one, I got it right. Not a big deal, Vezina. Rene, you guys both picked Vasilevsky, and you picked Hellebuck, Jack.
Hellebuck was a terrible choice.
Yeah, piss poor effort there, bud.
You guys both picked 2. I will just pick the third one. Why not?
Brutal.
Actually, you went second. I picked the third one in Rene, and it was right. And I'm happy I picked that because not only was it right, I think it was his year as well. To finally get one, it's been a long career, well deserved. Finally to get one, because he's not going to win a Stanley Cup.
No, I can't believe he's 35 though.
Yeah,
That's
he's
insane.
getting up there. Yeah, he's had a long career. He's been unbelievable his whole career, honestly.
And being a big,
Hawks playing
big
Nashville
guy
every year,
too.
watching him play, it's been
Like, I mean,
don't want to say fun, but also
it
still
is
want to say
watch.
fun. So yeah, and then Calder, we all got it right. Not a big deal. My third in a row, but whatever. Calder, Barzell, Tree Trunks. That's all I gotta say. Adams, Gallant, no brainer. And Taylor, fucking Hall, fucking shit, fuck, god damn it, Taylor Hall, what a beauty, wins the Hart, well deserved. Halsey for Hart all year.
Very happy for him on that one. He deserved that for sure.
First ever Devil win the Hart.
Incredible seeing that Marty Brodeur was on that team for so long.
Scott
Stevens, Patrick Eliash,
Scott
Jason
Gomez.
Arnott. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they had stacked teams, especially through the 90s with all their cups that
we
they
kind
won.
we kind of went over that really early on in the podcast. Remember when I brought that worst NHL teams to win a cup, or not worst, but like least offensive.
The goalie.
Yeah, well, goalie steals a cup.
Yeah.
They had a lot of just like not no-name players, but like
they were
really
well-named
players.
Yeah, they were well-named players, but they weren't superstars. It was pretty much Brodeur and Stevens.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. Yeah.
Carrying the freight.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. So, I mean, it when you kind of look at it that way, it kind of makes sense that they've never had one, but at the same time, it's still shocking.
Yeah. But, yeah, so Nolly's now in the lead, so now we got to pick up the standing of irrelevance games so I can get right back in there.
I mean, he could take a big lead if Tavares comes out, but, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Let's go!
Totally forgot that we did something on that.
I did too. Not a big deal.
God damn it, Jack. You just forget about things like that until it actually happens.
Sorry. I thought it was going to happen today. I thought it was.
Quote-unquote tally.
What?
Kind of like your quote-unquote Patrick Sharp tally.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember... the one thing I do remember from listening to that early episode, it was like 6 games in, and Sharpie had 3 goals, and all of us were like, "Yeah, you know what? This is actually pretty good. This is a good signing. I'm actually kind of happy about this." And then it was also the game after Forsberg played against Toronto and played unbelievable, and we were like, "This kid's good. This kid is sick. He's going to be so good behind Crawford." We were so young then.
Yeah.
So mature.
Well, no. The Hawks just. That's when they were toying with us. They had the 10-0 or 10 whatever blowout against Pitt. Sharpie started out hot. Forsberg had a couple decent games, and we just got played with, and it's not fun. And then they were basically
we got catfished.
Yeah, they were cheating behind us.
We got catfished.
We finally went to the game and realized that this isn't my Hawks team. You aren't what you look like on the TVs.
Hashtag not my Hawks team.
Hawks team.
I almost said hashtag not my president because I've heard it so much, but hashtag not my Hawks team.
Well, hashtag not my GM.
Yeah. For real though. Draft was a couple days after the awards show.
By the way, during the awards, we totally just skipped over amazing tributes that they had.
Oh yes, I totally forgot about that. Yes.
For the
incredible stuff.
I can't think of the school name.
Parkland.
Down in Florida.
Parkland.
Say that again one more time. You cut out.
Parkland.
Yeah. Parkland shooting. Maybe that was the word. Yeah.
That's the city. Yeah, whatever the school is.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Is it like Stone Douglas?
Okay.
Oh, Stony
Douglas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. We sound like assholes.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Heart's in the right place.
They had not. Sports are unbelievable. Hockey's unbelievable. That shooting happened, and then that team went on to win state.
Uh-huh.
Unbelievable, and they were a huge underdog.
Yeah, they were like the lowest ranked team too.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, just so cool for them to step up in that moment. And then they ended up bringing out, I'd say about 5 or 6. I can't remember exactly. 5 or 6 of those players, on stage during the awards, which was awesome. Luongo, huge part of that.
Stoneman Douglas.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, Luongo, huge part of that. He's from that area, lives there. His kid actually went to high school, is going to high school there. And then they brought out the Humboldt Broncos. That was very touching, moving.
Which speaking of that, the one survivor that was still in a coma actually came out of a coma today.
Yeah.
Did he really?
I
Yeah.
did see that. Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
has no
Yeah.
recollection of the crash at all.
Jesus.
Was it medically induced, or was he just still in it from the crash? It's hard to believe that he's still in it from the crash.
It says after spending a month in a coma, so it had to be medically induced.
Yeah, because that was more than a month ago.
Yeah.
It was in February,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, NHL just doing their part of being the greatest. I mean, it's hard to argue that it's not the best sport, not only like sport wise, but what they do off the ice for the people. I mean, every sport has the players that do, charities and stuff like that. But the NHL, I feel like they just reach out so much to help out every community that they can.
And something that I thought was nice too was they recognized the coach for the Humboldt Broncos.
You got the first ever Willie O'Ree.
Yes,
Yeah.
Willie O'Ree Award, which I was happy about because I feel like there was a coach. The coach passed away, and I believe the broadcaster passed away as well.
The broadcaster and then like an equipment manager as well.
Yeah, so those people kind of got lost in the crowd of all the kids that passed away. But I mean,
they're 16 to 20-year-olds.
Yes, I know. So I mean, it's understandable. So I mean, it's nice that he kind of got a little bit of recognition for the mark that he made on hockey, and good for his wife to be strong enough to get up onto the podium there and say a couple of different words.
Not to sound
don't do it.
terrible.
Don't do it.
Don't. I know.
He definitely went up in his rankings with that wife. He has a gorgeous wife. I will say that, and good for him. And I feel terrible for her, but he sounded like a great guy, and he did well. That's all I want to say.
Well, now that we totally sound like assholes.
I think I'm the only one, so it's fine, guys.
I know. You can hear me and Jarom in the background going, don't go. No, don't, God. No, please don't. No.
Oh, my God.
It's like watching a car accident about to happen.
All right, there's 6 listeners, like everybody knows what the
7. We just gained a new one today. Did you see the Facebook? Oh, you're not on Facebook.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
So sick. So 7th person will unfollow us shortly.
Yeah.
But honestly, like everybody that follows knows what I'm about.
Yeah, you're a dick.
Yeah, we get it.
Oh, one more thing from the award show. PK Subban got announced for the cover of NHL 19.
Yes.
Yep.
And that
It's
looks
gonna
like
be
an
a
outstanding hockey game.
Dope fucking cover too.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Fucking cover.
Looks real good.
Yeah.
Looks real good.
Outdoor rinks. Gonna be fucking sweet.
One-on-one, gonna ruin all of our friendships.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
No more friends.
Jesus Christ.
Literally all my friends are dead. I killed them all.
You do live with 2 of us. That's a one-on-one right there. So
Yeah, well,
yikes. Look out. Awards are actually more than decent this year. Pretty good. Usually they're kind of hard to watch, but
the fucking magician.
hilarious.
Fucking up the cards. Oh my God, dude! Like his hands are shaking, like it's his time to shine, and he fucks it up so hard. And then he goes in for the handshake, and Kopi's just like, "Nah, dude, I don't fucking no." It's like you fucked up my picture. Fuck you.
Hilarious. All right, NHL Draft. I actually did not get to personally watch this. I was we were both at the
Where were we?
we were at the Robert Morris skate. We had an alumni skate. The Miller tournament. The Miller tournament.
Yeah.
We had the Miller tournament and Miller Show tournament, which was a great time, and we'll get into that in another podcast because we want to actually talk to Dylan Martin, the guy that started that up. But so the draft, Hawks ended up keeping both their number 8 and their number 27. How surprised were you guys that they kept them both and used them both?
Not.
No?
No.
Not as surprised as I thought I was going to be. I mean, I was waiting. I was waiting for that, but I was like, you know what? It's Bowman. He doesn't make the big move. So.
Yeah, it kind of the same thing. I was hoping for some sort of movement just to get like a big trade. Like that's big trade bait. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know. I didn't 100% expect. I was kind of hoping for something, but I didn't really expect anything.
I was expecting a move, especially after they had passed over Oliver Wahlstrom, a forward who is, if it wasn't for Rasmus Dahlin, would be the Calder Trophy winner, because this kid's going to score a shit ton of goals. I mean, there's already a video of him toe dragging around 2 different defensemen in the New York Islanders prospect camp.
All those kids retired already.
Oh my God, filthy, just filthy. So I thought after that, they might have been trying to get rid of that 27, maybe even trading up a little bit. I don't know. But nothing ended up happening. Nothing happened really for anybody, any team. No trades really happened. No big trades happened on day one.
Yeah, day one was kind of boring. The Hawks got on the 8th pick, they picked up a defenseman, puck-moving defenseman. Comparable, apparently. He compares himself, I guess, to Erik Karlsson.
Yeah, and that makes me nervous. His name is Adam Boqvist. Saw a couple of clips on him. He's good. He's very offensive-minded. He even said himself.
Now.
Yeah. He even said himself, though, that he needs to work on the D zone, and that he's not ready yet. And he's going back to Sweden this year. He's going to really lock it down in the D zone. So that's really what the Hawks need right now, is somebody who can, I don't know, play in the defensive zone. But the Hawks need somebody who's ready right now. So they do on the back end. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but they have nothing in their system at all for D. That's why I'm not like, yeah, Wahlstrom would have been sick. Yeah, he is a good player and everything. He's gonna be a goal scorer, but we have goal scorers on the team. We have youth in the farm system.
Could you really have
goals.
too much goal scoring though?
Well, fuck. I mean, and when everybody's going through droughts, it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, we got fucking Patrick Kane, and the guy fucking didn't put up points last year. I mean, it's.
I thought he could have been helpful.
I'm not saying he.
I think both.
At this moment, you need D, and you need depth in D. So moving, and everybody at the draft said that this kid had high praise on where his game, his potential is like.
He's got a very high ceiling, 100%.
Yeah, unmeasurable.
And I'm excited for it. It's just
and not only that, like if the Hawks don't make the playoffs the next couple of years, by the time that kid comes in, the core that won the cup will be out, and these young kids, DeBrincat, Schmaltz, and Ashoza, will be in. It'll be their team, and that's when he can jump in and he'll take over the D.
Yeah,
that's why I'm not too upset about it.
I guess I wasn't really upset. I was just more so taken aback, just because all the reports were saying that the Hawks were getting somebody who was, NHL ready, an NHL ready defenseman, because there's more than enough NHL ready defensemen in that draft.
And then, I mean, getting a top 10 pick, usually they're pretty much all ready to go.
Yeah.
Which, I get.
So
I feel like you either love the move or you hate it.
Or you hate it. Yeah, there's really no between. Jarom, what were you saying?
I just think that they should have gone with the best available with that number 8, and I feel that both of those defensemen they took in that first round would have been available at 27. That was my mindset with it.
No, I don't think Boqvist would have been available at 27 at all. I think Boqvist probably would have gone at the very latest.
I'm trying to find out where he was.
13, so...
Yeah, he doesn't make it to the 20s.
No, not at all.
All right, well, you know what? Never mind, because I'm looking up now the rankings. He was ranked second best for the European skaters.
Yeah. Yeah, so, he had a lot of praise. Yeah. The only thing is there's a lot of their second round pick. There's a lot of good goalies out there, and they didn't make a move for any of them. And I thought they should have at least picked up one goalie in the draft.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of what they're doing is banking on Colin D'Elia.
Yeah.
Down in Rockford. I feel like they're really grooming him a lot.
That's fair.
Either to come in and take over for Crawford, or to, if Forsberg ends up pulling his shit around, to be a backup to Forsberg and possibly a trade piece or something like that. So,
or being a 1A, 1B.
Yeah, whatever that, if that ends up working out. But I mean, I'm not too worried about the goalie situation, because the Hawks are pretty solid down there. They've got another guy. I can't remember his name right now. He's pretty decent.
Yeah, but I mean, you're saying we need scoring right now. We need a player right now.
Yeah.
But Crow, is still questionable. We need a goalie right now.
Yeah. I agree with that as well. And then at 27, Hawks ended up keeping it. Got Nicholas Baudin, He actually played for Drummondville in the QMJ. They won the Memorial Cup this year, so
You don't see that very often either.
No, not at all. So, kid's got a knack for winning, I guess. Obviously, it's not the cup or anything like that, but it's nice to have on your resume.
It's a cup.
Yeah, it's
I wear them.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Darlene ended up going number 1 overall to Buffalo. No surprise there. There's actually a picture that was going around today. It was kind of him facing the city. The picture was taken behind him. It was him facing the ceiling, and there were so many tweets about that picture today of like, it's only Buffalo. Don't jump, or you might get traded. Don't jump. It's fine. So the jokes have already started, but he is going to be a good fucking hockey player.
First Swede to go number 1 since Sundin, right?
Yeah.
And there's only second ever?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's true. Maybe. I don't know. I just know it's in Sundin.
I thought that's what I read.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, he's going to be a special player for sure. He's going to... I mean, honestly, the... Buffalo's not looking too bad.
No, they've got a solid future ahead.
They've got a lot of prospects in there. You mix in a guy like Eichel and O'Reilly, and
I think a good start was getting rid of Evander Kane. Yeah, that was a good start because that was the cancer of the squad, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely. And then I mean, there's rumors that fucking what's his face might go. Carter Hutton might go to Buffalo. If they get him and they Dahlin turns out to what is projected to be for this first season and Eichel stays healthy,
they can make a push.
They could be a good team. And
Casey Middlestad
said that he heard that them and Buffalo and Toronto have a pretty good rivalry. He can't wait to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So excited to see that kid get fucked up. So excited. By John Tavares, nonetheless. Not a big deal. Going to Toronto.
I cannot wait for that kid to get absolutely dummied by somebody on Toronto.
I mean, who's going to dummy him? Mitch Marner?
I don't know.
Like, hit-wise or just, like, skill-wise?
No, hit-wise.
Yeah. JVR? No, not JVR. Tyler Bozak? No, not Tyler Bozak. Maybe
Joffrey Lupul.
Yeah, Chop. Yep. No.
Yeah, no.
Shit. Maybe snowboarding he'll.
Nathan Horton.
No.
Phil Cat? No. I don't.
That one hurts. All right, that's too far.
Sorry, was that one too far? Sorry, 1967.
I'm gonna smack you. Smack you with your own beer.
So.
Just kidding, Mom. I'm not drinking beer.
I am.
Yeah, your mom knows.
Yeah. So yeah, day one, kind of quiet on the trade front. Usually you see at least a couple decent big trades. I mean, last year before the draft even started, we had Hjalmarsson gone, we had Saad coming back, Panarin gone. So, yeah. So I mean, kind of interesting that day one didn't really have too much. Day two was a little bit more lively. It had a couple different trades. I think that was when Grubauer went off to Colorado, correct?
No, that was before the draft started on day one.
That was before the draft started?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grubauer and Brits Orpik.
That was the Hamilton trade.
Hamilton trade was day two.
Yeah, so Hamilton goes off to
Carolina.
The
Hurricanes, baby.
He goes off to Carolina. The full package was
Fox.
Yeah, let me pull it up here really fast. I had it.
I've heard that kid's gonna be a fucking stud.
Yeah. I'm hearing a lot of good rumblings about the kid.
Yeah. So it's Dougie Hamilton, Adam Fox, and Michael Ferland from Calgary going off to Carolina for Elias Lindholm and Noah Hannafin. I am so surprised that Carolina gave up on Noah Hannafin so fast.
I don't think they gave up to him. They just knew they don't want to pay, and they knew what he was going to be worth, and I don't think they just didn't want to pay it. I think they tried to get what the best they could.
Why would you not want to pay him, though?
Because their new owner doesn't sound like he's like the brightest guy.
Oh my God! No, did you hear about this owner? Apparently, the agents want
the scouts. Yeah,
the scouts want their phones being paid for, which I assume that's standard.
I was gonna say I assume that's just a standard,
and he doesn't want to pay it. This guy sounds. Oh man,
He also tells them that they can scout from watching games on TV.
Yeah, you don't have
this
to go to the
Bill
game.
Wirtz 2.0.
Holy shit! Fuck. Yeah, don't put the games on TV. See what happens on Carolina. Yeah. Nobody will notice. Unfortunately. But I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are. I feel like it's same thing with the Hawks picks this year. It's the same thing. You either liked it for Calgary or you liked it for Carolina.
Well, it's like right now Calgary won that trade, but
I
agree. But
100%.
I don't know if I agree.
No, look, can I finish my statement?
Sure. You want to be a part of the podcast?
Yeah, Calgary has won it as of right now. It will turn into a Carolina win depending on what happens with Fox.
I don't know because what's his name? The other guy, not Hannafin. Lindholm. Thank you. He was up for contract too, right?
Yeah, they're both RFAs.
Yeah, and apparently him and Carolina were just not getting anything going, like re-signing wise. So I mean, that's a good move. You don't have any future with him. Move him. Obviously, you're going to get something for him. He's a good player as well. Moving to Hannafin, yeah, he's a great player right now. And I mean, he's going to ask for a lot. I don't know how much Calgary can give him because I haven't looked at their cap.
I'm on it right now. They have $24 million.
With how many players do they have to sign players?
A lot.
Yeah. Exactly. There's a lot of teams that have a lot of players to sign.
Let's see.
But so I mean, I don't know. I mean, they could not make a deal, and he could, go out somewhere and try something else, or somebody else could fucking try and throw a contract at him, and Calgary might have to match it. Whatever. But looking at Dougie Hamilton, he's a solid D. I don't know if there's anything correlated between him getting traded twice already in his short career so far. I don't know if there's something going on with him where he just gets unsettled easily in places, but he has a good contract with a good amount of money for a couple of years for his type of player. And I think it's a good trade. And like you said, depending on how Fox turns out, I think Carolina could steal a show in it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's funny how it's always who wins and who loses right away. And it's, you can't tell. There's no way you could tell. Neither of them have worn a sweater yet in either jersey.
It seems like Dougie Hamilton is an issue for a lot of the teams that he's on. He got traded, even though he was a stud defenseman on Boston. He got traded away from them abruptly, and then out of nowhere, he gets traded away from the Flames. And it sounds like he wasn't even trying to be a part of the team. Just from some of the rumors that we heard, he wasn't even trying to be a part of the team. When they went out to team dinners or, whatever had team functions, I guess he just stayed as far away as he possibly could, and people just got sick of it. I
believe his trade from Boston though was kind of a situation with the Hannafin. I believe he was an RFA, and they just could not come to terms with a money deal kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, that also helps to kind of spell away the shitty rumors too. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting for sure in the short term. This is a big Calgary win,
depending on if they can sign them both.
Yeah,
which they should be able to.
Yeah, I've read that there's going to be no issues there.
Yeah, I don't know. That was really the only big trade of the draft. Thank you very much. Let's move on to a little bit of hacks. I guess starting with the, I guess not really surprising news per se, but also surprising at the same time. They've decided not to bring back Anthony Duclair and Thomas Yurko.
Finally, Yurko.
Mm-hmm.
Finally. Duclair, don't understand.
That's disappointing.
I feel like this is a good sign that Stan Bowman understands that his job is on the line. because he bullshitted with Thomas Jurko for so long and stuck to his guns on that. And finally,
threw $1 million at him.
Right. He understands that it wasn't really working out, and it's probably not going to work out in the long term, and stop trying to beat a dead horse. Let him go, because I may or may not be fired. Duclair, I'm also slightly confused on. However, I also can kind of understand it just because there are so many different options for the Hawks to go after right now. Exasperate. That's a big word.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, you should be. But yeah, I mean, I'm not unsurprised about Anthony Duclair, but I'm not surprised, I guess. I don't know.
Has there been any like interest in him from other teams? Like, have you heard anything?
He's 23 years old, and this is going to be his fourth team that he's going to be on.
Is it?
He started with New York,
Yeah,
then Arizona, and then he went to the Hawks.
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so this will be his fourth team wherever he ends up going. Yeah. But I mean,
well, I don't know. Like, I'm wondering if he doesn't have like, if he's got people like there's no buzz around him, like, because I from what I've reading, he's one of the names I haven't seen like talking to other teams. So I wonder if he might get a look at with the Hawks again if some of the big guys that they're going for, we don't land.
Yeah, that could be true. I could see that happening. But I mean, why come out and say you don't want it if, why not wait to see if you land any of those guys, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, it could still happen, definitely. I don't know. It's like what you were saying, Poets, about Bowman finally getting rid of Jurko. Why get rid of Duclair then? Like, I mean, you keep Jurko and throw $1 million at him a couple years ago, and now you got this kid Duclair who has some good potential. He looked good when he was playing. He just literally had no puck luck, couldn't find the back of the net, and you just let him go. So I mean, you can get him cheap, and he'd be a good third, fourth line guy.
So here's the thing that I was thinking. Not as soon, but the day that Duclair and they said that they're not coming back, I kind of thought about what the depth chart would be like for the Hawks. So, I mean, thinking of that first line in a best case Ontario situation.
Toronto, Ontario.
Yeah. You're looking at Saad, Taves, JVR, right? Best case scenario. And then Kane, Schmaltz, and DeBrincat. Even though Q is so highly against that, I don't fucking understand why. And then for that third line, you're probably looking at somebody like Tommy Wingles with John Hayden and, God damn it, I'm blanking on the name right now.
If Wingles comes back.
They've been saying that he's been coming back for so long, though.
Well,
I don't understand why not.
He said that, but I mean, when he had such a bigger role on Boston, and he played so much better with Boston, and he looked a lot better with Boston, and Boston made the playoffs, and they looked good compared to the Hawks. Why not stay there? I mean, I understand Chicago's your home and stuff. You want to play for the Hawks and stuff, but I don't know. I mean, if he got traded and he said, "I'm coming back next year, don't worry," at the deadline, if I'm him in the back of my head, I'm like, well, maybe I'm not anymore. Like, I'm thinking about it.
I don't know.
Was he the one that said he was coming back?
Yeah, there was the rumor the whole time. Like, once he got traded at the deadline, that was the rumor that they were just doing it to get a pick, and then at the end of the year, he was a free agent, so they would just sign him again.
Gotcha.
Anisimov and Sakura were the other two that I was thinking of.
Ooh, I keep forgetting about Sakura. I'm so excited to watch him play next year.
And then you got Vinny Hinostroza. You got Jordan Schrader, who the Hawks just traded for, got rid of JF Berube. So, I mean, really, the Hawks only need to. Granted, I threw JVR in there and Tommy Wingles, but I mean, the Hawks really only need
a top 4D.
Yeah, they need a top 4D. They need somebody who could play on that first line with Taves and Saad. I don't know. I mean, I understand why they didn't want to keep him, just because don't throw money at people you don't necessarily need.
But he hadn't done anything to where you have to throw money at him. You can, at most, he gets $1 million.
This is a guy, though, who his rookie year crushed it, if I'm not mistaken, with the Rangers. Let me pull up.
And then he got traded and went to Arizona. So what? It's different.
You don't think that he's going to ask for a lot of money?
Okay, then he's still a restricted free agent, and you say, well, what did you do for us? What did you do in Arizona? You had one good year. Congratulations on a good team in New York.
You really think Stan Bowman has that kind of...
No, but if you're any smart kind of GM, that's what you would say.
Yeah, I know, but he's not, so I bet him and his crew were kind of like, let's cut the ties now before we do something fucking stupid and end up paying this guy $2.5 million for 3 years.
I think you could have signed him for $950,000.
What was his qualifying contract be if they qualified him?
What do you mean?
Like when they can tender him a contract when you're an RFA. So if he agrees to that, he gets signed. I think it's like a 1-year deal for a certain amount of salary, but until he signs it, he can negotiate with other teams and for offer sheets and all that. Do we know what his qualifying offer would have been?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's a contractual thing.
Let me see. I'll look it up and see if I can find anything.
But in any case, not bringing those two back. Kind of hit on it before. Hawks got Jordan Schrader traded off JF Berube to Columbus. Not the Columbus trade I thought was going to happen. But Berube off to Columbus, bringing over Jordan Schrader, who actually did a couple pretty decent things out in Columbus. So kind of interested to see what he's going to end up doing for the Hawks here. So with Berube gone, opens a door for another goaltender to come in, because let's be honest, Berube is about the same level as Anton Forsberg at this point. Forsberg has lost his role as the backup goaltender, which is
sad,
fucking hard to do. But opens the door, and rumor has it it's going to be Cam Ward. How do we feel about Cam Ward?
Not terrible.
Good and bad.
Yes. The rumor is 2.5 mil. Yikes.
So,
yikes.
Here's the thing.
If Crow goes down, though, that's a fucking steal.
But it's like I'm so conflicted because he played well-ish last year. He's still Cam Ward. He could still play. So like 2.5 is a good move. But then at the same time, it's like, do we really need to throw 2.5 at a backup? But then at the same time, he's probably gonna play 20 games. Crow still hasn't touched the ice since last year. We don't have any idea what's going on with him.
And there's reports, even if he is healthy, he wouldn't play a full-time schedule.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know if I want to do that, but at the same time, it wouldn't be a terrible option. I don't know.
So
I don't know. Like, you don't know what you're going to get out of the kid. The fucking old man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a hit or miss, really.
The thing that I was looking for when they sign a goaltender, because obviously this hasn't even happened yet, this is just rumor and speculation. But the thing that I was looking for was who they signed and the amount of money that they gave them, because that's going to show you where Corey Crawford is at.
Yeah.
So if they would have gone after Carter Hutton, per se, and given him 3 years at like
3.5, 4,
$5 million or something like that, that goes to show that Corey Crawford is not coming back.
Yeah.
He's in bad shape.
They go after Bernier and throw $1 million at him.
Crawford's in good shape.
Yeah.
Yes. So this kind of sucks a little bit because Cam Ward could be a backup. He could also be a starter, and it's like, this doesn't tell me where Corey Crawford's at. I think
that just shows that nobody knows where he's at right now except for Crow, pretty much.
Yeah.
It also worries about for me with the future of the Hawks of goaltending.
It sucks because, it's like Forsberg is supposed to be this guy. He's a young kid. He's supposed to be able to take that backup role. But now we got this old fucking, if he comes over, we got this old guy backing up for a year.
Good thing. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So, good thing here is that, if this ends up happening, it's going to be Crawford and Ward. And Anton Forsberg can get a full year down in the minors again.
That goes with what I was saying.
Shit out.
Does he make it? Does he make it down to Rockford though?
Yeah, he will. Hawks aren't going to give up on him at all.
I'm saying he's got to go through waivers.
Who's going to pick him up?
That's what I'm asking. Does he make it through waivers?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's picking him up. Nobody's going to place their chips on somebody who was so bad last year. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, a team could definitely do it and just throw him in the A then in their system.
Weren't we saying the same thing about Malkin Subban though too last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know.
But I mean, kind of what I was going for there was, Forsberg, if he ends up making it to the A, he could figure his shit out there. And the Hawks could use Cam Ward as some trade bait to somebody who needs a goaltender at the deadline. If they're in a spot to where they're kind of on the brink of playoff contention, which it sounds like they might actually end up being next year, that's a solid area where you can kind of toss somebody away, especially if Crawford's in a good spot too. That's also important. So,
and Ward looked good in the games that he did play.
His numbers weren't bad. I'm looking at them right now.
You always look good when you're next to Scott Darling last year.
That's another thing. Can we talk about the Chicago fan base freaking out about why are we bringing Ward in? Why didn't we get Darling?
No, Darling, no.
Darling. I'm like just looking at responses on Twitter to like the tweets about this, and people are like, "We don't want him. We want Darling and all this. Darling's the better goalie. Darling's the better option."
That's all just fucking.
That's just people.
That are people that
memories.
Get so attached to players that don't understand that they need to let go. Those are the Brandon Saad comeback players.
Yes. Those are the Patrick Sharp comeback players. Those are the Chris Versteeg. Just kidding. Chris Versteeg won 2 cups on his second time. So that one was okay.
Yeah. I don't
bring him back. By the way, that's fine with me.
It's every time we bring him back, it's a fucking.
That's a cup guaranteed. No, we got to win one in between.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, God, those people make me so mad because
those
are the people that don't really fully understand hockey.
Like I say, I was trying to stay away from saying it, but it's the bandwagon.
I was never a big fan of Darling. Obviously, he helped the Hawks win the cup, 100%.
Yeah.
But I was never a big fan of him. I don't know. I don't think it would be necessary whatsoever to bring him back.
He had a great decor in front of him.
True. Moving on to an ex-Blackhawk and Stanley Cup champion, Michael Kepney, signed with Washington, which kind of brought on a conversation in our group chat today of whether or not Joel Quenneville is too hard on rookies.
Yes.
I don't think he's too hard. He's just too...
Or he's too stubborn in changing his ways.
He's too stubborn. He has too much... Plays the favorite way too much. 100% way too much. Like... look, okay, just the two that stand out. Obviously Kempney right now, which I don't know. Whatever, we'll get back to it. And then Nick Leddy. Nick Leddy is a fucking stud. He is the best defenseman on the New York Islanders right now. I mean, which I guess isn't saying too much because they're the Islanders, but he'd be stud on any other team pretty much. He's easily on any other team, like you throw him in Pittsburgh, he's still top 2 pairing, maybe three. Like who else would you throw? Like he's a top 4 anywhere he goes. Like it's so frustrating too because it's not like he played well and like there's contract, like we couldn't sign a contract with him. It was no, like he played well. Q didn't like playing him, so then Bowman shipped him off. And it's like, why? Why did you do that? We could have gotten so many more good years out of him. I understand if, like, after his contract was up, we couldn't re-sign him. That's fine with me. We still had a good year or two left of the contract. Like, I don't know. That's frustrating. And then Kempney, I feel like, I mean, there are guys that don't fit in well with teams. They just don't play the style. I understand that. Like, we were talking about Trevor Daley.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really fit the style of the Hawks. He goes on and wins 2 cups in Pitt. I understand that. Different style of plays. I get it. But then Kempney, I feel like he just never had the actual shot. And not only that, Hughes had the same style since he got to the Blackhawks. I don't
agree with that.
He beats the dead horse a lot. He doesn't like to change things up. He likes to stick to his guns and make himself look good until it works.
He's one of the guys that is. He's one of those coaches that kind of orchestrated the new NHL, the way that it works. Wow.
Yes, but like it's like same with like it's like the power play. It's never been good, but he beats the dead horse. He tries the same thing over and over, and he's pretty much
really
saying
in charge of the power play though?
No, but like I don't know, like he has a say in it. Obviously,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
it's just I don't know. It's you just see the same things out of him, and I don't know.
And I get it. I understand your point there. And like Nick Leddy, I'll agree that was a disaster. Should have never happened. That was one of those trade him off with your emotions.
That literally went from one of the greatest trades in trading Cam Barker to get Nick Leddy.
Yes,
to
one of the worst.
One of the worst, as in we have nothing left out of the Nick Leddy trade because everything was a pick or an AHL prospect that never panned out and we traded anyway.
Mm-hmm. And you would be able to see that through your trade tree.
Yeah, if I could find it on my laptop.
And finish it.
Well, I mean, I finished the tree.
Yeah.
Never
wrote that blog.
Never started. Never even started.
Never started.
It would have been going. Never started. Would have been good. Never started.
Anyway,
I feel like Kempney never got a full shot.
I don't know. It's
honestly the best coaches in the league do it. So obviously there's a method to the madness. Shout out Billy Carr.
Nice.
But
no, he doesn't listen.
No, it's fine. But all the successful coaches do it. They just play favorites and stick to their guns. And I mean, another example, Mike Babcock, one of the other best coaches in the league, plays the same thing. Plays favorites. Plays guys that probably shouldn't be playing over guys that probably should be playing.
Roman Polak,
Concarrick. Fucking shout out Concarrick. Come on the podcast. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stop rambling.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Something that kind of stuck out to me, and I said it in the group chat, was something that Lazarus had said on his pod. He said, as much as it sucks to see Michael Kempney go, somebody who's got so much skill, and you know it's there, Joel Quenneville is not going to change his system for just one guy. And he's not going to change it for just Michael Kempney, and he's not going to change it for just Trevor Daley. And that kind of put it into perspective for me. That makes sense, and I get that. And I also understand where you're coming from, too. So, I don't know. I'm kind of caught in the middle on the whole thing.
Coming from that point of view, it's not one guy. I understand it was working. It worked. You won 3 cups. I understand that 100%. But you traded off Jarmelson, one of the biggest pieces of that core, arguably. Go ahead.
Well, I'm saying that wasn't anything that he could have even tried to stop.
No,
he was pissed about
I'm not
that.
saying
He almost fucking
I understand.
drove away.
I'm not saying that it's
like
him.
their dad when they won the cup.
Yeah, no, I understand that wasn't him, but I'm saying he's gone.
I understand where you're coming
Keith
from.
and Seabrook are older. Seabrook's obviously lost a step. Keith looked dog shit all season last year. I mean, at some point you got to change your game, or else the game's going to pass you by. Like the game changes every year. Like something changes every year. New systems come up every year. People think of new things that come up and beat your old system because you keep doing the same things over and over. You need to you don't have to change your game. You have to modify it. And when you have guys, like we said, Daly, Leddy, Kempney, not only that, but you got fucking Steven Johns down in Dallas. You got fucking Clendenning. Like, there's been multiple defensemen go through our system that never even got a shot because Q didn't like their style of play or didn't think they fit, and now they're doing well in other systems. Well, other teams.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We can go on and on about this, but I don't know. I think
it's a slap. It's a kick to the dick. Kempney winning the cup and re-signing him for only $2.5 million.
Yes.
Kick to the dick. Yeah. Either way.
But anyway, let's move on to some NHL talk here. Hockey Hall of Fame announced its newest inductees. What was it? Yesterday?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah, I believe it was a couple days ago.
Whatever.
But yeah, some really, really awesome.
Yeah. No. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing something.
No, I was gonna say, like, you're saying some really awesome players.
Some really awesome people, and then one that was like, what the holy fuck is going on right now?
Well, start off, probably the biggest name, Marty Brodeur.
Yeah.
One of the best goalies of all time.
And that was a no-brainer.
Yeah. Absolutely. So not only that, but like he's probably the biggest name going in this year, and it's weird because like there's not a ton of goalies, and it was like a no-brainer. So it's like, I don't know, it's kind of cool because like there really aren't a ton of goalies in the Hall of Fame.
Twice the greatest of all time. Try of all time.
Who is?
Marty.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Whatever.
St. Louis legend.
Greatest of all time.
And then,
I said the St. Louis legend.
Yeah, St. Louis legend. He's still working there. That's how much of a legend. They didn't want to get rid of him. I think he made like $600K because he got 3 wins or something like that. He got like a $300,000 every win he got that season. He got like 3 or something like that.
He was so bad in St. Louis.
Yeah, but he got 3 wins and got extra
my God.
cash money in his pocket. But yeah, so and then the other Martin getting inducted, Martin St. Louis.
That was a little surprising to me.
No, was not for him.
I didn't think that was going to happen so soon for him.
I felt like it was perfect for him because going undrafted, getting thrown on waivers, Calgary saying that they didn't want anything to do with him pretty much, and then going to Tampa, not only going to Tampa, but fucking going to Tampa. Fuck. The guy fucking wins hearts. He wins fucking Stanley Cups.
Against Calgary.
Yeah, against Calgary, suck a dick. Also, if it's going on now, that 100% challenge replay on that Game 6 goal, but whatever. And he also scores the game winner in Game 6 to go to the Game 7, so not a big deal. But yeah, I mean, just his story is unbelievable. And not only that, his mom dies and he scores on Mother's Day in New York. Unbelievable.
Heart-wrenching.
Yeah, not only like I've never heard a bad thing about the guy. Like listening to some of the NHL guys talk about him, he just sounds.
He's like the most genuinely good guy.
But he was such a coach on the bench that they weren't sure if they should listen to the coach or him because he was such a inspiration and like he influenced. Thank you. He knew exactly what was going on in the game, and he just had that hockey sense. And I'm glad he broke into the NHL because he was fun to watch. Him and LeCavalier and Stamkos.
Yeah. Jarom, do you have something there?
No.
Oh, I thought you were saying something. And just to kind of round it out on Marty St. Louis, somebody tweeted out a video of him playing at college, and he looked like an absolute blast to play with. That guy had cellies up the asshole.
Yeah, and they said probably one of the best college hockey players of all time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, beauty.
Yeah,
beauty.
Also,
how do you not get drafted just by the Celtics? Just by the Celtics.
I think the Celtics might have knocked it down a little bit, actually.
I mean, you got fucking T-Move fucking throwing his glove in the air and sniping it down, and fucking St. Louis can't drop to a new. You throw a windmill out there.
It's true. Going in with the two Martys is Jaina Hefford, Alexander Yakushev, and Willie O'Ree. so
how has
happy
he
about Willie
how
O'Ree.
has he not been in there yet?
Yeah, it's a mistake on the NHL's part, but finally he's in.
I'm glad
well-deserved.
I'm glad he's alive.
Yeah,
very well
definitely.
deserved. He actually looks pretty, I don't know, sprightly, I guess is the word. Seen him at the NHL Awards. He didn't seem like he was like losing it or
No.
anything. So he
No,
seemed
yeah.
like he was pretty with it.
Still seems to have his wits together.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, he well deserved, not only because he was the first African American player in the NHL, led to obviously some of the players in the league right now. But I mean, what he does for the game, he just goes out there and he started a whole program for underprivileged kids and I can't think of the word right now. Non-whites.
Minority?
What?
Minority?
Yes, minorities playing hockey. Thank you. But yeah, he started a whole program, and yeah, he's done a lot for the game and helped grow the game. And
I like how for you didn't just say white, you said white.
Yeah.
He just generally loves the game.
Yeah, he really does. He really does. And I guess I had no idea, but before he made it to the show, he took a puck to the eye and lost vision in one of his eyes.
No shit.
Wow.
And the Bruins called him up for a couple games, and he's a lefty, so I think it was his left eye. When he was stick handling, he had to turn his head so he could watch the puck with his right eye. And he ended up playing a couple games, and then the next year they called him up for camp, and he ended up playing like 90-something games total in his career or something like that. But yeah, he ended up losing vision in one eye. It's crazy. But yeah, finally he's in.
Yeah. Going from one guy who has done so much to improve the game to a guy who's kind of ruined it for everybody. Gary Bettman gets in.
I don't know if I'm like the odd one out here, but like he should not be in right now. But I understand why he's in.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. It doesn't. The timing doesn't.
No, exactly. Timing doesn't make sense. He's still the GM.
Commissioner.
Taking every thank you. Whatever the fuck. He's done. But like, you throw him in. Obviously, everybody hates him. Well, you throw Willie O'Ree in the same year. It takes away from Willie O'Ree going in. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He's done so much for the game. He really has. Even though there's been lockouts and stuff under his belt, he's grown the game so much. He's brought in a ton of money. Yeah.
What people forget though too with him is he's just the mouthpiece for the owners. Like he has his say, but usually what he's doing what's best for the owners basically. So a lot of the lockouts aren't. It's like he gets the blame for it, but it's really the owners.
It's the players' association against the owners, and it seems like it's Bettman, but it's the going head to head. So I mean, he takes a lot of shit. I mean, it's hard to argue that he shouldn't be in there, but it's easy to argue that he should not be in right now. But, I mean, at least when he gives this acceptance speech or whatever at the Hall of Fame, his head will still be shaking because he always shakes his head when he talks.
At least he probably won't get booed.
No. I think St. Louis, Brodeur, Willie O'Ree, they'll all boo him.
Yeah. That would be hilarious.
Make it a true NHL event.
Yeah, that would be hysterical.
Oh, man.
But yeah, those are the newest inductees into the Hall of Fame, and they'll go in, I believe, in November. So, moving on, Doughty and Kovalchuk will now be teammates.
I have a stat on this.
Which is?
All right, let me pull it up. So, the Kings now have $54 million for the 2020-2021 season up until then between these players. 38-year-old Kovalchuk, 36-year-old Dustin Brown, 36-year-old Jeff Carter, 36-year-old Dion Phaneuf, 35-year-old Quick, 33-year-old Kopitar, 33 Martinez, and 31-year-old Drew Doughty.
They are so screwed.
They're going to be sick.
They are so screwed.
Hey, remember?
Holy shit!
Hey, at least we've won our Stanley Cups in full seasons back to back.
That pissed me off so much more than it ever should have, but it did. Fuck that.
But yeah, Kovalchuk, he signs like 6 point something mil. Joke.
Oh, I can't believe he got that
joke.
much.
The owner should have came together and been like, hey, he can come back. Like, I understand he wants to come back. Everybody wants him back. He can Gino hard. That's fine. Don't pay him more than like 3 mil. Don't fucking sign him for $6 million because dumb. Fuck you. You fucking screwed over a team that made the NHL look dumb.
Screwed over the NHL.
Yeah.
Didn't even just screw over the team. Screwed over the whole NHL.
So, yeah. No. Think it's dumb. He got 6 mil. Fuck you. I don't care. Fuck you.
And you know that this was something that was predetermined because him and his family were all decked out in fucking Kovalchuk LA King jerseys like 2 hours after it even happened. So,
yeah. He knew where he was going.
Yeah.
I mean, it's technically not official yet, right?
Also, kind of excited to watch Kovalchuk play because he's still filthy. I'm going to be interested to see him play in the NHL because it's a different game than the K. It's a different game than the Olympics this year. It's going to be interesting to see if he can keep up still. But he'll still jingo. He's still just going to bingo a lot. Bingo.
Is LA a legit contender now?
No. I think they do what they did last year.
They still, at the very least, they go to the second round, but I don't think they do much else.
I mean, they lacked scoring. They added Kovalchuk. I mean, that's
literally all they did was get older.
Yeah.
Up to this point.
He can't score. But you don't know how many. You don't know how many.
But yeah, Drew Doughty getting paid $11 million.
Christ.
With an 8-year contract extension. On one hand, really awesome for Drew Doughty. Much deserved because he's pretty underrated, I feel. Kind of not so much flies under the radar, but isn't as praised as much for his defensive game. All-around defensive game, I guess.
He's one of the best all-around Ds left in the league right now.
But at the same time, LA, what you doing, bud?
Yeah.
What you do? What?
I mean, he's. I guess you have to throw the money at him because he's one of those guys that's gonna leave to get the money. He's got his cups. He pretty much said him and Carlson are going to get paid. But
did you see LA?
$11 million.
Did you see LA's troll job on Twitter?
No.
They tweeted out a GIF of him like pointing to his head, and they said you don't have to test free agency when you love the team you play for.
Ooh. Yikers. Yeah, well, bet you he pays a lot more in taxes, idiot.
God, yeah.
Well, not only that, when Kovalchuk signed for sure with the Kings, the Devils tweeted out whenever he was coming back to New Jersey and like save the date pretty much. That was hilarious.
I love how the social media game is just so like there's no like, oh, maybe we can't do this, it's just nope, we're having fun.
Yeah, I love it. I love that stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Interesting move there by the Kings. I don't know what else they're planning to do on this offseason because I don't think they got any money left. But couple different trades. We kind of hit on the Grubauer trade. Grubauer going off to Colorado. Will be starting goaltender there. I'm not sure what that means for Semyon Varlamov. He might go off to some other squad. I'm thinking possibly Carolina if the Hawks end up getting Cam Ward.
Islanders have reached out about him.
Huh?
The Islanders have reached out about him.
Interesting.
Have Colorado keep some cap space, and then Islanders get him. Maybe, I don't know. I was thinking of Buffalo because I was thinking Hutton to back up, but that doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
I'm just gonna.
It's okay.
I'll be here
keep
with
playing
my koozie.
Yep. Keep playing with your beer koozie.
It's a Howie's koozie though.
Galchenyuk 1-for-1 for Max Domi. Interesting.
We talked about that.
Another head scratcher there by Canadians GM that I'm blanking on right now. Shit.
Bergevin?
Yes, Mark Bergevin. Thank you.
We already talked about this trade.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Well, still a head scratcher.
We're still scratching our heads.
Yeah. Day after the podcast went up, Hoffman got traded twice in under an hour.
Twice.
Twice.
2 times.
2 times.
Man, I can't wait to tell my kids about his tenure in San Jose. Him and Evander Kane just fucking lit it up.
So,
Who had the better tenure? Hoffman in San Jose or Gagne in Tampa?
I gotta say Tampa because he got a tribute video.
true.
He did get a tribute video.
First off, he gets traded to the San Jose Sharks for Michael Bodker, along with Cody Donahue and a 5th rounder for the 2020 draft to San Jose. Pretty decent trade, to be quite honest with you. I thought that the Sharks might have came out on the better end of that one just because Hoffman's a better hockey player, even though he might be a terrible person.
They cleared up a lot of space.
Huh?
They cleared up a lot of cap space.
Yes. And then the Sharks turn around. Doug Wilson bamboozles everybody because Ottawa general manager Pierre Dorian said that he didn't want to trade within the division.
No. Not only that, he reached out to Talon and said, "Hey, we're moving Hoffman."
Yeah.
And Talon never got back to him.
Hilarious. And then the Sharks go ahead and turn around, trade Michael Hoffman off to the Florida Panthers for a 2nd, 4th, and 5th round pick in this year's draft, I believe.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, Doug Wilson. Way to go, bud.
Making up for that Evander Kane.
Huh?
I said making up a little bit for that Evander Kane contract.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So, wow. Good on you, Doug Wilson. I hope he's got a backup plan because it doesn't sound like he's going to end up making good on Tavares.
Because he's going to Toronto.
Update to that, he's not making a decision today.
He's going to get a fucking ring. Let's go. Go, Leafs, go.
He's not making a decision today.
No, I know. He was supposed to tell the Islanders whether he was testing free agency or not today. But I don't think it's come out. I guess we'll find out. But I think he said it was today, and then everybody was saying, well, it's 5 o'clock already on the East Coast when it was 5 o'clock, and they're like, so it might be tomorrow morning.
He has to decide if he's going to the Islanders by midnight.
By midnight tomorrow.
Because then after that, he can't sign an 8-year deal.
Yeah. Also, kind of shitty to put the Islanders in this spot in a way because, I mean, they don't sign him. They have to go out and sign somebody Sunday. Like, they have to. And it's like, who are you going to go after? Have you been talking to anybody? You've been putting all your cards into Tavares. So
we got a center for sale.
What?
Give him a Nisimov.
Nobody wants an Nisimov, not even us. So like, I don't get why.
I don't think Anisimov wants an Anisimov.
Yeah. Whatever. He wants the Russian gas. Get him off. He's not a terrible player. He's got a terrible contract though. Yeah, just not a good one.
Are we getting into the whole Tavares thing now?
Yeah, might as well.
All right, Nolly, take your 20 seconds of fame here.
I already fucking did. I'm ready to go. It's not a done deal, but I'm fucking shitting myself hoping it is. I don't care if it's 1 year. That's that. Oh my god, Tavares. I don't.
Why would
care.
he sign that?
Because he wants his cup. He goes. Okay. Hear me out. So he can get. They're talking. He can get thrown $15.9 million for 1 year, which is the max one player can get. That's half of what he made in the Island in his last contract.
Money's not an issue.
Listen. So. Yeah. When you talk like that, that you are. So he gets fucking best of both worlds because he gets fucking paid the cash money he deserves, and he gets a fucking legit shot to go win a fucking Stanley Cup, and he does it for the fucking his hometown team. That's the thrill Pete right there. That is a thrill Pete for Johnny T. Fucking.
What happens if it comes out that he signs a multi-year deal with Toronto?
I will be. I don't know. Because I don't want them to get rid of their triple-headed monster that they have right now, which they would have to if they sign a multi-year deal. But at the same time, if Johnny T's in there for good, ooh, baby. If they signed him to that $15 million deal, how are they going to end up signing the triple-headed monster in the first place? Because only Billy's up right now. Next year,
he's only get that 15.9 as if it's a 1-year deal. No way he's getting a multi-year $15 million.
No.
I know that. Yeah.
And not only that, like, you sign that 1-year deal, you make your run for the cup, you make it or you don't, then you move on, and then you sign your 8-year deal with whoever you want, because you're still going to be Johnny T, and you still are going to make. So teams are going to want you because it's only been 1 year. You got 1 year older. You're still going to get a good contract after that. And only that, you got fucking paid, and you're playing at home. No brainer for me. Matthews and Tavares together. Oh my god. No, oh my god. Oh. Not only that, but like after, even if he signs 1 year, the amount he could help Matthews in just that 1 year, unbelievable. It's gonna be fun. Can't wait. But
I'm upset.
What was that?
I'm upset.
So is Poets buying you a Matthews jersey or a Tavares jersey?
Deal is a Matthews. I'll buy my own Tavares jersey. It's fine.
They still won't win a cup with Freddie Anderson in that.
Yep, they will.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Oh my god.
No.
If fucking Antti Niemi can win a goddamn Stanley Cup, fucking Freddie Anderson
that's
can.
True. Guys, today's an anniversary. It's the anniversary of the most exciting 23 minutes in NHL offseason
I heard it was 24.
history.
23.
I heard it was actually 23.59, and you missed it by like a second. Yeah.
Missed it by a Pew Bear.
It's not the saying,
It's
but
all right.
yeah, we can't say the actual saying. But most exciting 23 minutes in NHL offseason history when Taylor Hall went for Adam Larson.
You mean the heart winning?
Yeah, heart-winning Taylor Hall went for Adam, what's his name again? Larson.
To the
Devils,
team that needs a winger to help out McDavid?
Devils and the Oilers, yep. And then
Okay.
PK Subban and Shea Weber went 1-for-1. Nashville and Montreal. And then Steven Stamkos went and scared the bejesus out of everybody in Tampa Bay.
He pulled a Tavares, but didn't pull a Tavares because he stayed.
But didn't have the balls to pull a Tavares.
Yeah.
So,
and we went from that 2 years ago to probably the biggest named free agent in a long time, and if not a long time, all time.
yeah.
All
So, just wanted to bring that to light. Something else I wanted to bring up really fast before we move on to our signed buyout trade of the day.
I have one thing too.
What?
I have one thing to bring up too.
Mine, I wonder if it's the same thing. 'Cause
We'll see.
mine are the new jerseys that got revealed,
Oh,
the third jerseys,
no.
because Arizona's going back to what they had before. And I'm so excited. What are they called? Kombucha? Mariachi.
How long until that's the full-time jersey?
Sriracha.
I don't know.
They should be. They should do what the Pens and the Oilers have done. Kind of go back to what the vintage was.
Ugh, the Oilers. Ugh.
I love the Oilers ones.
I
Fuck
hate
off.
those orange ones. They're so
I
dumb.
love them.
And Anaheim.
Yeah, that's just a rumor though. That hasn't really come out, but
No,
it's supposed to
tweeted
happen.
it about
Yeah,
it. Yeah. They're bringing back the Mighty Duck.
yeah.
Not bringing back the purple. A little upset, but they're working their way into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arizona's jerseys are gonna be dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see the
Those are
whole
sick.
setup.
Those are sick.
And Ronta's setup.
Ronta's gonna look so sexy.
Oh man.
Holy shit. Jarom, what was yours?
Just an update on a possible deal. Some EK65 chatter. I don't know if you guys saw this. Carlson and Bobby Ryan to Vegas 2.0. It might happen after July 1st because Ryan's due a $2 million bonus, but there's a lot of steam going into it.
Jesus Christ.
Bobby Ryan and Real Deal. Re-sign the Real Deal for him. And why not?
I heard Real Deal doesn't want to go back.
No?
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know why, but I've heard he doesn't want to go back again.
Maybe the season was too special or something.
So, yeah, time for our new favorite game, Sign Buyout Trade. This one was actually created by our one and only, Brian Fitzpatrick. The Sign Buyout Trade theme is number one overall pick. The last 3 number one overall picks that have a Stanley Cup. And
Well, not last 3.
it is the last 3.
Well,
though.
last 3 teams to win the cup that had first overall.
But it is the last 3.
No, I know, but the way you said it made it seem like it was the last 3 overall picks. Like McDavid.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
No, yeah. But, yeah, okay.
We're on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the same page. It's Kane, Crosby, and Ovi now that he's got that cup. So, boys, who do you sign? Who do you buy out? Who do you trade? I'm going to start with the man who created it.
Sign, no brainer. Sidney Crosby. It's just a no fucking brainer. The guy's an animal. He's fucking the next great one. I mean, you don't have to say much. I'm buying out Ovi. Just because it's hard to say, but he's getting up there. He still just bingos nonstop, and obviously winning the cup, he knows what he's doing. But then I'm gonna trade Kaner, just because I feel like I would. Not saying I would get more for Kaner, but I feel like I could present it more than I could Ovechkin in a way, as in he has more cups. He's been there before. He's a proven leader in the playoffs. Not that Ovi hasn't, but Kane's numbers in the playoffs are stupid. And, I mean, he's just a real-time player. And that's just what I'm going to say, and I'm going to stick to it. And I don't care what you guys say. You guys might be right. Not saying I'm right, but because this is difficult. So there you go.
Jarom?
I'm doing like the exact opposite. Signing Ovi, trading Crosby.
Now you are wrong on that one.
Signing Ovi, trading Crosby, buying out Kane.
Okay.
Oh, explanation.
No, I could see it. Not
Why?
I'd switch Crosby and Ovi.
I'm an Ovi guy. I think he's hands down the greatest purest goal scorer in hockey history. And I just prefer that. I just prefer his game over Crosby. I don't take anything away from Crosby at all. Crosby is, like you said, one of the best players since probably Ovechkin to play. He's overall both ends of the ice kind of thing.
Ovechkin doesn't play both sides of the ice, but go on.
No, I know. I'm saying that. I'm saying Crosby is. I'm just saying that if I had to pick between the two, I would take Ovi. That's just, I'm an Ovi guy. That's all. Kane, buyout because, Kane being Kane, you never know what's going on with him. That's my only reason.
Obviously, re-sign Sidney Crosby.
No fucking brainer. Sorry, Jaron.
No fucking brainer. You idiot!
I don't care.
Nobody's wrong here, but that's 100%.
Except for me.
Re-sign.
Greatest goal scorer against the greatest player. No fucking brainer.
Re-sign Sid. I'm slightly torn between who to buy out between Kane and Ovi.
So I'll trade them both.
So yeah, just a 1-for-1. No, probably trade Kaner, buy out Ovi. Kaner's probably got a little bit more life left in him than Ovi does, a little bit longer of a career. Plus his contract, he's got a lot more money in his contract left. By my count, it's too much to count. And then Ovi, just coming off the Stanley Cup, guy's been drunk for the past month. I feel like there's going to be a hangover, both literal and figurative, coming up next year. I don't know. I just I don't see him being the same player next year. He's probably still going to be a dynamic player, but I don't know. I feel like this year is probably his peak, and he's going to be on. Yeah, I think he's going to be on the way down now. But you never know. That's just what I'm going for.
I feel like he's the kind of guy that he low key is this fucking drunk all the time, and this is just people are getting videos because he's not out in Russia doing it. So you never know with him. You really don't. So I mean, there could be only a lull because the rest of the team's drunk all the time and they're not used to getting Ovi drunk. But I don't know. That's just my personal opinion because I think that's fucking hilarious, and it has to be true because it's Ovechkin.
TJ Oshie is never going to drink again.
No, he fucking ripped it up in college. He ripped it up at North Dakota.
Yeah, so much so that Jonathan Toews had to change his personality. But yeah, I think that wraps her up, boys?
Yeah, it's time to fucking eat.
Yeah, time to eat. I'm hungry. Jarom, you got anything else?
Nope. Free agency Sunday. Let's go.
Johnny T, make the right decision, kid.
Make a decision so everything starts falling into place. Like literally, this entire offseason is just hinging on what Tavares does.
True.
So as soon as he makes his decision, it's gonna get really fun.
Let's go.
Shoot me now. For Coach Nolly and Jarom, thanks for listening.
Johnny T, bye bye.
Bye, Jarom.
Bye.
Follow the guys on Twitter at WCBP, on Instagram, WCBPodcast, and like them on Facebook, The Windy City Benders Podcast. The Windy City Benders Podcast.